Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in today's video, I'm gonna be reacting to a video by Erik Conover, and the video is entitled "What Not to Do in New York City." So, with no further delay, let's get into the video.
No matter how many times you have been to New York, the city can always overwhelm you with the crazy amount of things to
I
experience.
don't know, like the city always feels like it's alive, it feels like it's living. That's one thing I really like about it, like you see like the scales. For me, I found like, how do you say it? I found like solace, or like I found peace of mind in chaos.
Unfortunately, lots of people spend their time and their money on the wrong things. Without any ado, this is my comprehensive expert list of things not to do, of what not to do, so you can make the most of your time in New York City. Now, one thing that I want to be clear about, this video is not intended to be a negative review of New York. I love this city, and I want to share with you some of the things to avoid so that you can fully spend your time experiencing
You see, like right there, this part of the city, like the street down here is giving me like that European vibes. So like it's kind of cool actually. That you have a little bit of a contrast. You have the skyscraper back all the way in the end, and then you have like this modern town houses.
Best that NYC has to offer. Every New Yorker can agree, when you actually live in New York City, you avoid Times Square at all costs.
Okay, I kind of like get your point, like you're trying to say that's why too much tourists flock. But what if it's the first time going to the city, you haven't been to Times Square then? Then in that case, I'm guessing it's like okay to go there, But for people who live there, then maybe it's not the best thing,
I mean, you only really go there if you work there or you have a meeting there. It's not a casual place to hang out. While I do believe that everyone should experience Times Square at least once in their life, it's not the kind of place to make a day out of. The sheer amount of people in one tiny space, the food is overpriced, and you're surrounded by Disney characters trying to make a buck off you. There's nothing wrong with it. If you do get a photo with someone hustling on the streets, remember, like your mom taught you, always be respectful and leave a tip. Go for 10.
It's actually crazy how people like do everything with tips, like it's crazy.
Minutes, take your selfie, gawk at the bright lights, and get the hell out of there. All you need is 10 minutes, and that is your Times Square fix for life. You don't need to come here and spend a day in Times Square. I mean, poor Mike Sheffer's been here for what, an hour, and he's going crazy.
Get me out of here.
As an alternative to Times Square, check out Bryant Park. It's only a few blocks away from Times.
Really so nice from the top, Oh my god. It's like a big skating ring or something down there.
You've been walking around the city all day, and you are so far past the point of hungry, so you walk into that first chain restaurant that you see. Do not do this. The golden rule is if you can eat there at home, you should avoid eating there in the city. You didn't book that trip to New York City to come and eat at your favorite.
I'm gonna have a really big problem with this one because like when it comes to food for me, I really like to eat things that are familiar to me, I love to try new things, don't get me wrong, but I feel like most of the time it's like much more easier for me to like eat something that I know, so like him recommending not to try like things you're familiar with, Why if you go and eat something have like a really bad diarrhea, what are you gonna do then?
Fast food restaurant. Rather, make your way downtown, away from all the chaos, and find something local. In New York, you could eat in a different restaurant every single day, and it would still take you 65 years to eat in all of New York City's 24,000 restaurants.
So crazy though. Like 24,000 restaurants, if you eat at one restaurant every day, it'll take you like 65 years. That is like to tell you like how diverse the city is, like New York City is like so big, oh my, like normally when I go to Oslo, I feel like it's like so much happening, but imagine being in like a city like New York,
The sidewalk in New York is like an actual highway, and there's a certain set of rules for walking on the sidewalk here. First, you should never stop abruptly in the middle of the sidewalk. If you do, people will bump into you. Do not stop walking to check your phone, maps, or gawk at the tall buildings on the middle of the sidewalk. Also, avoid walking in the bike lane and avoid jaywalking.
I heard like in the US, like jaywalking is actually a crime in some areas, I'm not sure how true is that, but it's actually crazy, because like normally in Norway, when there is a crosswalk and when there is light and there is no car, I don't see anybody just standing waiting for the light, you know. I normally see people with kids do that because they like trying to like teach the kids to wait for the light and stuff like that. Normally when the light is red, people just wait, you know, and then like after that you just continue by your business and you go on your way.
All over Midtown, you'll see signs for bus tours around the city. While the tours do take you through the majority of the city and offer some amazing beauty points, it's only for a passing moment in traffic, or not moving in traffic at all. There's crazy long lines in the summertime. In the winter, you'll have the bus to yourself for good reason. You're exposed to the elements and it can be pretty miserable. Rather than taking a bus around the whole city, pick one neighborhood in specific, like the West Village, and spend the day exploring that one specific spot rather than spreading yourself too thin over the city.
I feel like, for example, if you come to the city, right, you don't know what to expect or where to go in New York City, for example. I feel like you can use the bus, you know, to go and see like where you're interested in, and then maybe later you can go and explore those places, you know. But for me, I think that's how I use it, you know.
Design your own tour that is much more immersive in the city rather than just pure sightseeing. Avoid renting a car. Sounds like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised. Most New Yorkers don't even have a driver's license because a car can be the least effective way to get around the city. Commercial vehicles only. That's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Actually, that's one thing I don't like about it, you know, because I like the convenience of driving, you know. I like the fact that you can just wake up and be like, oh, I'm gonna leave now, you know. I really like the city, but I don't like that part of it, you know.
Some people will pay $500, $700, $1,000 or more per month just to park their car in the city. Taxis can be good, but they can be expensive. Only rent or bring a car if you have to. Rather, I recommend to take the subway. It's cheap and it's easy to navigate once you get the hang of it. Once you are on the subway, do not abuse riding it. There's a set of unspoken and also very public rules for riding the subway. Number one, do not hop the turnstile. Pay for the subway ticket. It's good for the city. Let people off the subway before you get off.
In Norway, normally when it comes to the subway, we don't have the subway. We have metro. Is it like the same as the subway? I don't know. But normally, you know, like they don't like stop you from going on the train or stuff like that, or on the. Yeah, I would just say train. They don't stop you from going on the train, but if you get on the train, you know, randomly, like the security will just come. Oh, can I see your ticket? If you don't have your ticket, you get a fine for like I think $150 or like $100, something like that now.
Don't spread your legs out and put your bag on the seat next to you. Don't lay down flat while riding the subway, and don't lean on the poles. More or less, just be very conscious of your space and the space of others. If you never leave Manhattan, can you really say you've been to New York? Make sure to check out the other 5 boroughs. Each has their own unique neighborhoods, landmarks, and culture. It is just about 5:30 in the morning. One of my favorite things to do in the city, you wake up at sunrise, especially this time of year in the summer, there's not many people at all on the bridge. You have a beautiful sunrise over there into the east. You have Manhattan over this way, Brooklyn Bridge, Lower Manhattan, joined by some good friends today, Brett and Chris.
Actually, like I agree with almost everything you said, you know, but like for me, like the main one that is like no-brainer for me to avoid is like the situation of the cars, you know, because there is no point of you taking the car when the bus isn't going to be faster than you or when the subway is going to be faster than the car, you know. So like in that situation, I can understand it, but overall, it was like, you know, I learned something new about New York City, and that's the goal, you know. Learn something new until I get there, hopefully, one day in the future. But, like, it's like the city is really beautiful, you know. Like, I feel like you feel like the city is alive, you know. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, remember to like the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.